Justice Department will have a third autopsy done on Michael Brown's body as soon as possible. St. Louis County's original postmortem established the fact that Brown died from police gunfire. And this morning, an independent follow-up exam shows Officer Darren Wilson shot Brown 4 times in the right arm and twice in the head. With us now is Professor Lawrence Koblinsky, a forensic science expert. He chairs the Department of Sciences at John Jay College of Criminal Justice here in New York City. Good morning.
Good morning.
What do you take away from this preliminary autopsy report? What was the biggest finding?
Well, I think the biggest finding is that all the shots hit Mr. Brown in the front. That is the story of the eyewitness, the friend of Michael Brown, Dorian Johnson, was that Michael Brown had been running away from the vehicle and a shot was fired. That apparently is false. He was not shot in the back. What a pathologist does is look at entrance and exit wounds, and it is clear that no shot was fired at his back.
Mm-hmm. What does it tell you that they all came in through the front and they were all on one side?
Well, what you want to learn from the analysis is the position of the victim relative to the shooter. It's my opinion that seeing 4 shots to the right arm was an indication to me that the police officer wanted to stop him. It's the last 2 shots that struck him in the head that really stopped him permanently. The last shot to the skull was a lethal shot.
They say no gunpowder detected. Do we have any indication how far away the officer may have been?
Yeah, if you have the clothing, you could look at gunshot residue. But even without the clothing, you could look at what is called stippling or tattooing if it's a close-in shot. The best we can say at this point is that the gun was at least 2 or 3 feet away from the target.
And what about the position of his head in one of those shots? It appears that he was leaning down because it went on the top of his head.
Right. Well, if you picture the shooter shooting a weapon, perhaps holding it at chest level, the victim had to have his head facing downward. He was either falling and the shot was fired, or he was charging at the police officer and the shot was fired. That's the only way you can get a trajectory like that, which was described by Dr. Bodden.
And your personal viewpoint, 6 shots?
I think 6 shots is probably 5 shots too many. Police are trained to stop the assailant, the suspect. Stop him, but don't use overkill. Not necessary.
And how unusual is it going to be to have 3 autopsies performed?
Well, it can't hurt. It may not help. I think 2 autopsies. The pathologists can differ in their opinions. A 3rd autopsy, I think it'll be good for the credibility. People don't trust state government. They want to hear the feds get involved in this. And certainly 3 autopsies. We're going to have some answers very soon.
Lawrence Koblinsky, good to have your expertise. Thank you so much.